Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do.
You are now rocking with hashtag Originators.
Yo, what up to all the originals out there? It's the Originators, hashtag the Originators, back for another show. It's your man D Smith, aka your favorite cake on your mom's ankle. What's happening?
And it's your man AT, Big AT from out east, hashtag Originators coming at you one more time. And we are back on that hip hop stuff that we was on in the earlier episodes.
We gotta get back to the basics, y'all. You know
gotta
what I'm saying?
Get back to the basics.
I mean, we like we said, we didn't want to beat the dead horse because I mean, we could talk about hip hop all day.
All day.
But we had to we had to social it up a little bit, man. And apparently that last episode, people was feeling that, man. I got some good feedback on that show, man.
Yes.
I appreciate the panelists we had, man. And like I said, like we both said, this won't be the last time we'll do a show with guests on there, but we had to open up the show with something positive. That was the year with something positive. But yo, we back to that hip hop talk. And we got a special guest in the background just listening to it. I got my son in there, twin in the background. You know what I mean? He had to show up real quick and see how we do it over here in the Originators world. Over here in Studio B. I'm all geeked up today. I'm loving it, man. We back. What's up, AT?
And once again, y'all, you can always chime in. We're on YouTube. You know, if you like what you hear, you know, give us a like. Make sure you subscribe. And until then, you know, make sure we just keep everything peaceful. You guys stay abreast on the new episodes. You know what I mean? But let's get this thing rolling.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. We back. Episode 9 up in the air. We're feeling good, man. Feeling good.
All right. Now, you know, like talking about the topic of hip hop, right? Now, in your opinion, in your expert opinion, right?
Expert opinion. I don't know about that, but we can talk.
What are some of the dopest collabs, you know, that you've heard during the entire 50-year span of hip hop? That includes collaborations, remixes, guest appearances, whatever. Like, what's the ones that stuck out? Yeah, there's a lot.
Man, right now off top what's coming to my mind is EPMD Headbangers, man.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Headbangers, you know what I'm saying, man? That beat is just so like punch you in the face. It's beautiful.
That was Parliament. Yeah, that was off the Mortal Booty Affairs album.
That was a nice. Oh my God.
Yeah, I forgot about Headbanger.
Headbanger was.
Used to get played by it, honey.
Like, come on, man. That's Redman was in his bag. You understand me?
Red was in his bag, like.
Boy was in his bag, man.
Like $100 bills.
He was in his bag like He was in his bag like Santa Claus on Christmas Day. Get out of here, man.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know another one stand out though? That Tribe Called Quest Scenario, baby. What you mean, man?
Yeah,
what you mean?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, those are kind of collabs that's in my head right now. Like, there's some more I can probably come up with. Those like all time. Those are some of the all times in my head. Like,
I forgot about. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like some bangers right there. Y'all don't know. The originals out there, the young heads, the originals are listening. If y'all ain't never heard that Redman verse from EPMD song Headbanger, check it out. It's EPMD, K Solo, and Redman. I'm talking about they went nuts, man.
Nuts.
Like if you love bars and just like some grimy like that, that's what you're looking for, man. And that Scenario remix, that was fun.
Yeah, because like I said, we rhymed to that before. That was that rocked us. Knuckle Up. We did a song called Knuckle Up to that.
Oh man, listen, that oh man,
that beat,
that there, man. What's the one you say?
I would have to say mine. Yeah, Headbanger's mine. I would have to say that. The other one I would have to say is Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because it's like how Easy Will Be freaked that beat and how when Biggie came in, I mean, that was You know,
Get Mad, UBS Tight.
yeah, that was
Stop playing. He was in his bag.
Stop playing.
He was in his bag, man.
Guess what I got in my bag? The Notorious B.I.G.
He was in his bag like Kim Kardashian on Hollywood Boulevard. Let's play with me. He was mad. Y'all better listen.
Yeah, that was those two were mine.
Yeah, bro. That's
But once again, you know, y'all can chime in. You know, let us know which one are y'all's. You
hit it
know.
up on Facebook, hit it up
on
on
Facebook.
YouTube, SoundCloud, man. Let us know what y'all's favorite was on that one. If you got it could be new. It don't gotta be some
Yeah, it can be something
old school
newer.
voice. We some old heads, so we talk that talk. But
It could be,
listen,
yeah, it could be newer.
It could be some new joints. On some new joint, you know what? Speaking of a newer, well, it's not that news, but it's newer than the two we spoke of. The Rough Riders, they did a scenario remix of
Word?
it was the Locks, Eve, Dragon, and DMX. Man, it was fire. It was on a DJ Clue mixtape. You know, DJ Clue did mixtapes back in the day. Check it out. All the originals.
I remember there was one. This is one guy. He's a newer cat. I don't know his name, but not offhand. But Black Thought was on there from the Roots, and Royce the 5'9", Eminem's boy, and Royce the 5'9" killed it. There was a video and everything for it. Royce murdered that. He murdered it. I mean, I was like,
Royce don't play.
Royce do not play.
Boy don't play.
He murdered that shit.
Yeah, Royce. Yeah, he's nice, man. He's nice. So that's like we said, y'all. If y'all have one that y'all can think of that we might not have mentioned, or maybe we did mention one you like, man, go ahead and slap us off on YouTube and Facebook and SoundCloud and all that good stuff. But let's go on to this next topic, though.
Let me see what we have here. We have one-hit wonders. I mean, remember one-hitters? Remember?
You still got them these days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You still
Yeah.
got some one-hit wonders out there. You hear a song on the radio and be popping in there. What's that? The one chick? They just had her. What's her name? LMA, whatever.
Yeah.
She was a one-hit wonder, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard of her for the last couple of years. So I guess. But what one-hit wonders that was? Would you? Okay, with that question, is it like the songs that were good, that were bad, or we just like
Just anyone. Just anyone.
I mean, the greatest of all time, Vanilla Ice. Doom, doom, boom, doom. That's the greatest of all time. He won the record in hip hop.
Yeah, he did kill that Queen beat. He was.
Even though he denied it, we ain't gonna talk about that.
And then he denied what?
He said
That wasn't Queen?
He said they didn't jack the Queen. He said Queen's beat went doom 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 doom.
Oh, come on.
This is what he said. In his words, he said that beat goes like that. My beat goes doom 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 digga doom doom. I was like, wait a minute, man. Same. Come on, man.
Shut up, man.
Yeah, man, slap yourself.
Shut up.
Slap yourself, Tony. What's the guy? Informer. That guy. He's a one-hit wonder. Where you at, guys?
Do you remember In Too Deep, Back to the Hotel? Or Back to the Motel?
Back to
or
the
whatever
Motel,
it was. Back to the
yeah.
Motel. Had that. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the one? Paperboy.
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 Yeah.
He was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
What's the boy from Cleveland? Knocking boots. Candyman.
Oh no, that's you talking about MC Brains.
MC Brains. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Candyman was actually down with NWA, but he was one too.
But see,
he was
he loved that one-hit
he was
wonder.
one too.
Yeah.
But those songs they had were pretty massive at that time, but they just didn't sustain it long enough to make an impact. You know, like
sometimes it be that way. You still get that one song that's just fire and then everybody likes it, I guess, and it just catches.
But then again, like kind of to kind of add on to that, what about those groups that had one big song, but then all the successive songs after that was just not as memorable? Like is Nicki Minaj still a thing? Like, you know,
Nicki getting money, bro.
To this day still?
Right now, Nicki getting money. Don't play. Nicki Minaj is getting money. I'm not the big.
Okay, because I mean, me neither. But I know she was fired there for a while. And I kind of thought she was going to be a one hitter or something. But then
she getting money, bro.
Oh, it's okay. Because I remember she had the little beef with Remy Ma, and I was like, okay, did Remy Ma destroy her career? Because Remy Ma went in.
Oh, listen, Remy Ma, listen, if all the originals out there,
Yeah.
If you don't know about Remy Ma, listen, man, she's battle tested. You understand me? Like she'd take out some of these dudes and rap. You know what I'm talking about? And if you don't know anything about it, she's married to Papoose. Her husband is bald.
It's nice. Oh yeah.
So you understand me? Like, so do your research if you know about that.
But then once again, that could also lead into our next topic here, y'all. Females in hip hop.
Who are some of the ones? Who are some of the ones we gonna say are the queens? I'm not gonna say the queens, but the ones that really did their damn thing.
Just did they thing. I mean, just really like represented.
I guess we can't. I mean, well, first of all, we gotta pay homage to the ones that came before, like the ones that probably about to speak up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But
MC Light.
Yeah, definitely MC Light. You know what I'm saying?
Queen Latifah.
Yes. She's still dope to this day.
Oh yeah.
She just did the joint with.
She got honored recently, right? I think the Kennedy Center honored her recently.
Nah, but she did a joint with K Slade, Bun B, and Jadakiss called "Living Legends," and it's fire.
Oh, is it?
And she was talking her talk, bro.
Yeah,
She was
Latifah.
talking her talk, bro. Like, man, but no, I'm saying the very first female. We spoke on before the first episode, some of the past episodes, but no, man, not before MCC. It was before Roxanne Shante. It was MC Shot Rock. She was the first,
yeah.
She was
Shot
the
Rock,
first
yeah.
female rapper. Like,
Once again, y'all do your Googles, because D Smith talking some
Shot Rock,
history, yeah.
She was, without her, you female rappers probably wouldn't even be a thing. Like right now, where female rappers, don't get me wrong, female rappers like it's at a weird point to where like I think it's weird because it's like more selling sex. And don't get me wrong, I think it's weird for me to say that as a man because you think about it, most of the videos that's what they're doing, they're selling sex. When the women are selling sex too, but it's like
it grabs your attention.
On the other side, it's like if they're selling sex, they're gonna be a whack rapper as a female.
Yeah, but just show just twerk. Yeah, just twerk.
And it's kind of whack. To me, that's kind of whack. Like you can't spit and then
let me ask you this: I haven't listened to this woman enough to really comment on it, but like Megan Thee Stallion, like, do she have bars? I mean, she got the look, right?
I'm not a Megan Thee Stallion fan, so I can't really speak on that either. But
I know of her. I've heard some of her stuff in passing, but I never really sat down and tried to listen to the artist.
I never listened to her music.
I mean, she got the shell on her, right? She rocking her body, like you love that.
Yes, no shade. We're not going no shade.
No shade. But I just like
on the same note, I can't speak on her music.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, some more females. I mean, like I said, Latifah, Eve, man.
Eve's nice.
Eve's battle tested, bro. Don't get it twisted. Eve's dope. You know what I'm saying? And even what is word, Nicki Minaj, I ain't really a fan of like what she puts out, but I've heard her spit. Nicki Minaj got bars. She's fire, man. But I think one of the most creative ones is Missy Elliott.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the next.
Is the most creative. First, and before we even get to that, before we can talk about
she's just always been on her own shit.
Shout out to her for being the first female rapper to be inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. I'm gonna say that again. The first female rapper to get inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. That's a big deal, guys. You understand? Like, it's full of men in that induction. She's the first female rapper, and she's an artist. She's not just like rapping. Missy can sing, she can
produce, all that stuff.
She can write songs. She is a
choreograph. I mean, she's a little bit of everything.
She does that. So shout out to her for that.
So yeah, women are making strides, man.
Back to the making strides. Missy Elliott, man, she's one of the ones too that definitely left a mark in hip hop, man. Even some throwback. Remember Missy Me though from Canada? Missy Me from Canada, yo. I was watching something too on Netflix. I think it was something about hip hop, but you know Missy Me was cool. She was
Which one?
And MC Light.
Oh, I didn't know MC Light, but yeah, I heard about she was down with Biggie Down production. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that Missy Me was. Yeah, she was a Canadian rapper. She was nice. But yeah, I didn't know that. But I didn't know MC Light. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen a picture. She was in the picture. It was like Missy said Missy Me, MC Light, somebody else.
And they went back a ways. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So. But also in the same note, the same lineage of the family of talking about Missy, we got to also give a shout out to the boy Timbaland for being inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, man. That's a big deal. Like,
yeah, Timbaland produced for a lot of people. He wrote for a lot of people.
He's in the company of like Bob Dylan's and
I mean, yeah, these guys. I mean, wrote albums that went platinum.
Barry Gordy. You know what I'm saying? That's who he's in company with. You know what I mean? Writing rap music. And a couple of songs for Aaliyah to sing to. You know what I'm saying?
Just songs that appeal to that even the broader base. Like, people know Timbaland. You know, people know his work. His sound is so unique. Like, you can't front on it. Like, you know it when you hear it. Those snares and
you got them, exactly.
And you know, keyboard strikes. Like, you know Timbaland. Like, he's a unique artist.
He got that sound like kind of like how like Swiss Beats and Dre got that sound.
You know it when you hear it. You be like, it's his shit. It's his sauce. Right.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, peace to Timbaland for that, man. We can remember Timbaland and Magoo. I remember when he first started earning his stripes.
Yeah, R.I.P. to
Magoo passed. I remember when he first started earning his stripes. But yeah, he's a songwriter, producer, and he's put in his work. So.
A lot of them Aaliyah songs you heard, Missy wrote them songs. Aaliyah could sing, but Missy and Timbaland wrote a lot of them songs. Just in case y'all don't know about that. There you go.
And now we're gonna go to our next topic here. This is going to break a lot of people's hearts, and it breaks mine. But luckily, some of the groups that were broken up during our period had reconciled and got back together.
No doubt.
But like this one is the worst group breakup that you can remember, past, present. The worst one. I mean, the one that it felt like when your parents got a divorce.
I think the worst. I think the one that
just shattered your heart.
The one that shocked me really was like NWA, man. It was like,
NWA was crazy.
Shocked me. Like, what the hell? Y'all just took over the world and not done? Like,
and they kind of started leaving one by one.
Started beefing, yeah, because they
like who left first? I think Ice Cube.
Well, see, the funny thing is,
and then Dre and Easy got in it real bad.
Listen, Ice Cube wasn't specifically in the group per se. He was just kind of like
a writer.
Yeah,
I thought I heard about that.
Songs, and
that's crazy.
He had another clique he was with.
Yeah, I thought I heard about that.
And they happened met Jerry Heller, whatever his name is.
Jerry Heller.
And they got the deal. And so, why wouldn't you go on the road and get, what I mean? Like, as a rapper, if you were the clique, and another clique, your other clique is doing their thing, and they blow whatever, they're like, let's go on the road. Yes, that's a smart thing to do. Go on the road. You know what I mean? Get what they thought, get money, what they thought they was going to get, but as we see, it happens, they didn't get their money, but yeah. So, NWA was definitely one of them. EPMD was another one.
Yeah, EPMD was mine.
That threw me through a loop, like, what the hell?
Because with that one, I didn't see it coming. I got a call from one of my homeboys back in high school. Peace to him. And he broke the news to me. I still remember where I was, how I was feeling. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I didn't see it coming because it was at the time in their career when they were probably the most successful.
Okay.
And all of a sudden it was over. It was like, that was really messed up. But luckily, like I said, these cliques and crews we're talking about, luckily these people patched up their differences over the years. With NWA. Dre and Ice Cube worked with each other since then. I think I don't know if Ren is still on good terms with them or not. But the one that struck me was they even mentioned that in the movie Straight Outta Compton when Dre went to go see Easy in his last days. Dre told Easy on his deathbed that he loved him. I mean, they were boys. It's those bad circumstances. But yeah, Dre loved Easy.
Yeah.
Even though they broke up, and at one point they were hating each other, in Dre's heart of heart, Easy was always his dude.
Yeah, that
touched me.
Yeah, it's tricky, man. It's tricky.
Even though the business breaks you up.
Yeah, like I said, the business broke him up, but
y'all
still my man.
That's regardless. Like, and that's something we can learn in life. Whatever life puts you through, whenever you at odds and ends with people that you were close with, just know that in your heart of hearts, y'all should still be close. Like, you should still have some love for them.
That's what it's
just unfortunate circumstances drive people apart.
Yeah, no doubt. But in the same notes, like I said, like you said, you should still be able to function. Like, it's sort of like a physical confrontation where it's like you're trying to kill me.
That's some kind of crazy shit. But just like the pettiness of life.
Yeah, we should be able to get over that and just keep it moving like that.
Yeah, because we only got one life here, right? The pettiness of that stuff.
I know how to treat you, I guess.
Yeah, you showed me your stripes, unfortunately.
Still my people, but I gotta move different when it comes to you.
Right.
That's all it is. That's how I look at it. I mean, I could be an asshole, but I ain't the first time I've been called asshole. I've been called worse, man.
D. Smith, you're an asshole. It's like us. This is like us. You know what I mean? We grew up together from young.
Yeah, man.
You my man regardless. Family, you my man. Like, you my homie. Like, regardless.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Regardless.
That's what we do, man. Win, lose, or draw, man.
You stole at least $200 in tapes from me, but you still my man.
He's still my man's, bro. What you mean? Still my man's over here. Start all my music, but still I still love that black ass, the old black mother. Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's what love. That's family right there. That's how
I just hope that at the end of the day, love trumps all of that other nonsense that life puts in the mix. But then, okay, I don't want to talk on that too long because that sounds preachy. Anyway. let me see, we want to give some flowers here. That's one thing we want to give. We want to start giving flowers to the coast, the different coasts
Yeah, but we want to
that impacted the
Because I mean,
culture.
like we said, we're getting back to the hip hop talk, and the hip hop talk can't be nothing without every coast. Even, no matter if you like said coast, their music, or said rapper from that coast, at the end of the day, it's got to be recognized and saluted and
acknowledged.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? Because like we said, it's 50 years of hip hop, and without the coast doing their thing, man, we wouldn't be here talking about it today. So the first coast we're gonna send the flowers to and send shots out to, and some of their artists is that West Coast, man. Throw your West Coast up. What's up, West Coast?
With the Dr. Dre kind of whiny keyboard.
Hey, man, that's
those keys. Yeah, but you got to throw it up though.
That's a smooth Parliament influence, though.
That Bernie Worrell kind of feels kind of like that Bernie Worrell stuff.
Strong Parliament influence.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's like that's what it is. So. Shout out, but he is the king of the West Coast. But also, we got to give shout out to some of the forefathers like E. Fonzarelli out there, man. Too Short, man. Ice-T.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
those guys.
DJ Quick, man.
The thing that was so interesting about the West Coast. The thing so interesting about the West Coast, like I was listening to a podcast that Ice-T was on just like a few days ago. You know, there was that whole gang element that was out west.
Yeah.
So that was something else that those guys had to contend with, was not just the music and repping the culture, you had the gang culture, which was prevalent. Like Ice-T was talking about knowing of Tookie, Crips. And he was giving a whole lot of insight on that stuff. So yeah, the West Coast rap was also born out of that gang lifestyle, living in Compton, your Crenshaws, your Watts.
They had it you got to think, like, for what it's worth, like, if you don't know anything about hip hop, you got to know this. It is the commentary of the hood, of the streets.
Yeah, and this is the thing that they saw every day. And Ice-T was being real transparent about it, and I can respect that. And he was also talking about, out west, of course, they had those pimps, like, my man, the late Max Julian, who was in the movie The Mac. He played Goldie, the real smooth hustler pimp. Ice-T talked about how he transitioned into that, back in the 70s and stuff like that. So, when you hear the rappers like Too Short talking about pimping, that's where they got a lot of their game from, was that West Coast kind of playboy pimping image. They wore their hair straight. Ice-T wore his straight for years. The California curl, like there was So the West Coast had a lot of stuff going on.
They did. They definitely put their stamp on it. And like every coast, we all took a little something from the East Coast, because the East Coast is where
that's where it originated, of course.
Yeah, man. We all, but the only difference was East Coast was talking their talk, so every coast had to come in and talk their talk. So
right. But that's what that's what hip hop was born in, right? You're talking the talk of the now, of the moment,
of what's going on,
where you're at, where it reflects what's going on, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Also, we spoke about it earlier since we're on the West Coast. Female rappers on the West Coast. Shout out to Yo-Yo. Shout out to the Lady of Rage, because she was also from the West Coast. So, well, not from the West Coast.
She was from VA, but she was out of there.
So yeah, shout out to them. You know what I mean? So those are some OGs too that we named earlier. But yeah, man, the West Coast definitely was like we said. I mean, if you go out the West Coast, you're gonna have the Snoop Dogs and you know what I'm saying, and you with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So shout out to that, man. Even though, but if you don't know, Tupac was from the East Coast.
He was originally, but
he was born in New York.
Same as Ice-T.
Born in New York.
But then they moved out there. But then there was a whole different set of rules out on the West Coast than it was versus the East Coast. So they had to learn. They had to learn the rules.
Had to move.
Right.
You gotta be a chameleon, man. You get in the hood. If you ain't good in the hood,
you might as well just be dead. I mean, you're dead in the water. But then you had your boys like MC8, a lot of those people that were affiliated with actual, gangs. That kind of stuff. So the stuff that they was rapping about was the stuff that they was around.
No doubt.
So it brought a certain level of authenticity to it.
And speaking of the West Coast, it's one specific rapper who wouldn't be here. If we didn't have the West Coast, we wouldn't have Eminem. Because Dr. Dre is the reason why we have Eminem. So you see how that goes. So again, shout out to the West Coast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Eminem, we gonna talk about addressing this elephant, man, and then this elephant we're about to address is
Smelly elephant.
big smelly elephant. We're gonna address the elephant that is Melly Mel and Eminem beef. How you feel about that? Well, first of all,
go into it. Like,
okay, well, this is for all the originals out there. If you don't know how the beef started or what the beef is, Melly Mel from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, "Don't Push Me, I'm Too Close to the Edge,"
classic.
looking classic song, classic song.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
But he was interviewed by someone. He said something to the effect of like, if Eminem wasn't white, he wouldn't get the notoriety he gets. He can't be the top. He can't be the GOAT or the best rapper because he's white. Is what Melly Mel said, and I'm kind of confused because I'm like,
because
what?
Eminem, a little bit more clarification. Eminem was ranked number 5 on one of those magazines. I'm not sure it was Rolling Stones, the Rolling Stone magazine, but Mel found some kind of problem with that, and he was hostile about Eminem.
Very hostile.
And saying, like
a white guy could, basically a white guy can't be the head of to the best in our genre of music, which I don't understand because that was the whole purpose of us doing hip hop. We was having a voice for ourselves because we was the ones that was pushed out. So you know what I mean? I kind of like.
Why do you push other people out?
And what's even crazy?
Now that you built a house, you were evicting people from it.
And what's crazy? Think about it. Melly Mel, you was around Rick Rubin putting out these hot songs. So you said Rick Rubin got to lose his notoriety because he's white? You see what I'm saying? Like Rick Rubin was next to Russell Simmons and Run DMC while you was still popping Melly Mel.
Yeah, Rick Rubin was in there. He didn't produce their records, but he was part of that generation.
He was part of that. He was in
a lot of them. Yeah, that's the You had
the Beastie Boys.
You had whites that were part of hip hop, right?
The Beastie Boys. But he didn't say that shit about the Beastie Boys. You see what I'm saying?
I kind of think there's a little bit. There's some hater in that. You know what I mean? There's some.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
listen, and Mel, like I said, I fuck with Mel. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been listening to Mel since I was 7 or 8 years old. Like, he's one of my favorites.
He's definitely one of the Godfathers.
Right, but that one I kind of felt was just out of.
What is he talking about?
That was out of play. That's
like what are you talking about?
Like my thing is, I don't like the division among the ranks. This is hip hop. As long as you're authentic and true with it, which I always felt Eminem was.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't a white clown out here trying to perpetrate. He wasn't doing that stuff. Did he grow up on 8 Mile? Did he grow up he grew up in a trailer park? Eminem didn't have shit. I took him for that. That person who was actually on the bottom. So
Eminem was a typical guy that could rap. So
and I felt green. I was right, and I felt like Eminem understood and knew the culture. Now if Eminem was out here capping like I'm the best, y'all got that, then that's kind of different. I'm like, dude, you playing a role. Like, slow that shit down. Like, but I never heard Eminem get full of himself. Like, yeah, I'm the greatest. They ain't nothing but clones for me. I never heard Eminem talk like that.
Yeah, man, it was definitely one of the top.
Yes, I mean, absolutely.
That's my opinion.
Like I was just saying to Twin here in the studio, Day, shout out to Day. If Eminem was behind a curtain for all the years that he's been rapping, and I just heard his voice, based on his voice and his flow alone, I still would say he's one of the all-time greats, regardless of how he looked. If he was on some 1970s Charlie Angel shit where you never saw Charlie, if I never saw Eminem, if I just heard his voice, I'd be like, this how he put his lines together, and it's like I can't discredit that. Me as a black man, I can't discredit that.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, man. Like, at the end of the day, because I've met rappers who are white, who are Puerto Rican, some were Asian. They had bars.
Right. I can't discredit that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I look at it like, as long as you can, like you said, as long as you put your words together and it's fluid and you saying something, you ain't just rapping gibberish. I'm gonna rock with you. I don't care what color you are. Like, you can be a Martian from Saturn. Yeah. If you got bars, like,
I'm like, yo, what y'all doing on? What y'all doing on Saturn? Like, what y'all got going on up there? Like,
listen to your music on Saturn.
So yeah, I just hope that and I mean, Melly Mel is entitled to his opinion. Like, we all are. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I'm going to have to push back on that, because that's, once again, it's division among the ranks, and we don't need it. I feel like us elders, us who've been around for a while, our job should be to help build these people up.
No doubt.
Not to tear them down and throw them out. Like, if you're nice, I'm not going to tear you down for being nice.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm not going to kick you out for being nice.
That's real. That's how it should be. This, like I said, this whole culture of hip hop was based on the fact that, like, we was the ones kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So
We were the underdogs in society. So now this is our time and it's our platform.
Yeah, like we're here. Like I've said multiple times on this podcast, hip hop is selling the world right now. At this point, it's selling the world. It's the biggest music in the world, and we still have these little divisions. And
It's
what is that, man? Like the elders should be elders. You know what I mean? Like you know how you see like on the superhero movies, like the elders are real like respectful and telling the youngest get their mind right. And it's like now the elders are out of pocket. Like you know, come on, man. We gotta get that together. We gotta get that together. But some of these youngers is nice, man.
Right.
But yeah, enough about that addressing the elephant, man. That elephant has been dressed. He has his shoes on, his pants on, his trunk is shined up, his tusk is looking like he about to go on a date, and you might be late at 8. But this next, we want also before we go out, man, we want to send shout outs to everybody. Man. We want to shout out everybody who had a birthday this month. And January birthday. What is that? What sign is that for this month? I don't know. I'm sorry for the January birthdays, but shout out to all the January birthdays, man. If you had a birthday, man, you put that on the website too, on the YouTube, on Facebook, SoundCloud, man. Just put it on there.
And we just might sing Stevie Wonder's "Happy Birthday" to you.
Hey, listen, man, you start a party singing that right now.
Yeah, that's something we should start doing. We should say, birthday shout outs, because like I said, once again, hashtag originators here. We're trying to build a family. So,
yeah, man,
if your birthday was a month of January, it's your shine. You know what I mean?
It's your month, man.
It's your month.
Man, be responsible for drinking and partying, man.
All that crazy
don't
stuff,
overdo it, but do it.
But just do your thing, I know it's cold out there, y'all. So depending on where you live, make sure you bundle up and do your thing.
Hey, man, apparently the whole nation is cold. It's snowing in California. Like, what the hell? Nevada got that snowed in the desert, B? What you mean? I got a rattlesnake. He ain't used to this, bro.
Snow in Arizona. Like, even though you heard about Arizona got those mountains and they have different little ecosystems on it, and it may snow at the top. Yeah.
It's like, we ain't the only ones that just snow, so
right.
Yeah, man, like we said, shout out to all of the January birthdays. We hope y'all are still having a safe new year. It's still the first month. This is the 9th episode. This 10th episode coming up, man. We got the 10th episode coming up. We got to do something special for the people, man.
Do something special, baby. So once again, we that's our little trick up our sleeve. We ain't going to reveal it. You know what I mean? But just stick around and you will hear it, right?
Yeah, man. Because like I said at the beginning of this episode, man, we had a couple of guests on. We might have something dope planned for y'all for this next episode. But we'll be back to the hip hop talk. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep it at the hip hop talk for a couple of episodes. I know
because it's still hip hop's 50th.
I mean, hip hop gonna be 50 until August. Right. So you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about it. But after it turned 51, we still gonna be talking about it.
Because it's kind of just who we are, right? We're still, but we may rep it a little bit hard for that. We rep it a little bit hard for that year, but hip hop is who we are. Hip hop is what we do. It's our view and perspective on life,
So again, man, shout out to all the originals for tuning in again. It's your boy D Smith, aka your favorite cankle on your mama's ankle.
And it's your man, Big AT from out east, coming at you out here, Licking County.
Studio B,
broadcasting to wherever you are. We don't care if you're in a cave in Indiana. If you can pick up some reception, you got us. If you in Canada, we don't care. As long as you get us and you got us and we love you.
If you got to stand out in the yard with one foot up and one finger up in the air and get that reception, we got you.
We here at hashtag Originators Radio, baby. Check us out. Got a page on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud. All right. This is your boy once again, Big AT.
I'm D Smith.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.
Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do. Don't give a fuck about what they say, fuck about what they do.